Hello, I'm researcher Renata Maciel. I made this article with my master's advisor, Claudia Morim, and I would like to thank the player committee for selecting our paper. I would like also to thank the graduate program and the faculty of architecture and urbanism at UNB. Thank you. I'm talking about ESCO companies in Brazil, and the title is Energy Service Company, ESCO, and Energy Efficiency in Buildings, Retrospective and Survey in Brazilian Context. I will not extend on definitions of energy efficiency and how the adoption of energy conservation measures in buildings is essential for reducing the energy consumption. But this data that energy consumption in buildings represent in 2018 approximately 15% of total energy consumption in Brazil, with residential sector representing 25.5%, commercial sector 17.1%, and public sector 8.2%. So energy efficiency is generally the least cost-effective means of achieving new energy demand. ESCO is a company that specializes in energy saving or in energy saving service, and is one of the most well-known business models of energy performance contracts. So for the methodology, we studied Brazilian and international institutional documents, Brazilian and international articles, papers, and dissertations related to ESCO. About the international works, 40 articles on the topic were found with relevant about this subject, and 15 were selected, and 4 government reports and 2 were selected for the research. A few national studies were found in the survey, 1 article, 2 dissertations, 2 monographs, and 2 government reports. ESCO provided a spreadsheet with information on all associated ESCOs. And we started our organizational work with the main activities, quantifying them by state and region, studied their websites, email, and contact phone. Draw this questionnaire, we separate this in 3 topics to understand the ESCO profile, the customer profile, and projects profile. The results about the document survey, the international article, common issues about this article, talk a lot about barriers to the ESCO market, financial barriers, lack of investors' confidence in measures of economic viability, and the customers also are unaware of the energy saving performance contracts as a tool to share this risk. In Europe, the ESCO market grows by market forces and specific policy measures, regulations, and financial solutions. In the United States, we see the public incentive policies end up increasingly more the public institutional sector. In China, however, despite a very favorable political and market conditions, shows up issues with trust, also trust between ESCO and energy customers. In developing countries, there are no trust between ESCO and customers and no policy measures. So currently in Brazil, we have 140 ESCOs that are registered with ABESCO, with the most diverse areas of expertise. The number of ESCOs has grown since 2005 by 120%, and is trying to grow even more. Of those companies, 25 are ESCO's equipment suppliers, and only 95 ESCO's companies are ESCO companies as we understand as ESCO. So the questionnaires were applied to a total of 24 valid companies and 12 responses. Of these 12 companies, 7 are from Southeast region, 3 from South region, and 2 from the Midwest region. Majority medium-sized companies, 58.3%, 25% small companies, and 16.7% large companies. For the company staff, 100% is composed by engineers and 30.8% by architects. The energy retrofit project in public and private buildings companies were asked about the main interventions adopted to achieve energy efficiency. In public buildings, the replacement of lamps represents 91.7% of the solutions adopted by the companies, and the exchange of glass or installation of films, 8.3%. Actual transformations were rarely reported. The only one mentioned was the change of glass or installation films. The largest concentration of ESCO's company and its customers is found in the southeast region, especially the state of São Paulo, followed by the south region. Most common type of retrofit project is hospitals. A surprise in the survey, we didn't expect that, followed by shopping malls, business centers, and supermarkets. The majority of ESCO's customers are national private companies, and the municipal and state public sector also appears in the questionnaire with a large percentage. The main barrier encountered by Brazilian ESCOs for their projects to be built is the contractual and financing difficulty, which is quite comparable with international countries according to the literature. And the ESPC also seems to be the most recurrent form of contracting in both cases. And public and private buildings show practically the same changes. The main methods of buildings calculating energy consumption do not appear to be very reliable. The most common method, measurement and verification, is made with simplified tables, and the energetic simulation is used in only 30.8% of the interviewed companies that also uses simpler programs. Without reliable methods that prove energy savings, the level of distrust of banks and investors increases. Because of these and other barriers presented in the article, the Brazilian ESCO market grows with little government support. So I understand that a work like this that presents this overview is important to generate the best basis for strengthening the market that can contribute to reduce a lot the energy consumption. For the next steps, the research goes to understand how ESCOs could implement more architectural transformations, and if these transformations, such as changing glass, installing films, shading protection, should be more easily used by these ESCOs.